facts like ghosts and yowies. As for UFOs, that's just private science. It's just militarism, you know. It's like they're the guys that most UFOs are probably looking for yowies, you know. That's just the technocrats playing with their toys and playing games with the sort of the public military's equipment. But yeah, I'd say UFOs are largely there to hunt yowies. That's pretty obvious, I would say. But yeah, ghosts, yowies, you know, maybe they're just this kind of apparition that only certain individuals can perceive in a certain state, and it would appear that state might be a state of fear. So I've been gradually working, because I sort of grew up around the bush, and you know, it's actually it's kind of where I like to be, and I think that's actually been a hindrance to my potential to experience the yowie, because I need to manifest a state of fear about my surroundings, I think, to sort of heighten some of those kind of neurochemical effects that may improve my chances of experiencing the yowie, because it's my dream. I would not rest on my deathbed. You know, and maybe it's unwise to create expectations for yourself like this, but if some people say, if I haven't built my own house, or if I haven't had a family, or these kind of things, but if I haven't seen a yowie, and I'm there getting intubated on my deathbed, I'll be an unhappy man. Oh, what do you know? It's actually what I thought this might be a yowie lair just here. I've never actually been here before. Over there we've got Asgard Head, which is a lovely place. And then here we've got this beautiful, steep, red, heavily pocketed, overhanging sort of thing. And I was thinking maybe this is a place where the yowie might, you know, sort of stop and just eat a bit of tucker. We don't know what our yowies eat or whether they eat. I suspect they just eat lyrebirds whole. One great mystery is their feces. It's been said that most yowie encounters there's a stench. There's a really obvious smell. You know, maybe it's just some kind of ammonia-like thing from some kind of electrical interaction. But people say it's probably all the feces collecting on the dags on their backside, and I can attest to that being definitely a source of odour, even for the sort of Homo sapiens who are endowed and blessed with excess hair. We of course have transcended this biological world, and we're on a different plane altogether, so most of us don't have to suffer this kind of issue, but it's definitely a thing, let me put it that way. So maybe the yowie's stench is because of feces accumulating around their nether regions. However, when I hike around to places like this, and generally I just look on the ground, it's winter, I'm not looking for snakes, I just like to stare at my feet. It's kind of a position and posture I've adopted over the years. Whether I'm in the bush or in public, I just stare down at my feet and try not to make eye contact with anyone. So I get to see the kinds of scat or feces that are about in the bush, and I would imagine, because Yowies are out there, guys, like everybody knows it, you know. CIA, release the documents. You know, you burnt the whole Great Dividing Range down in 2019 just to hunt for the Yowie. I'm sure you flushed a few out. You know, they say they're dropping sweet potatoes in the Walgan Valley to sustain the rock wallaby population, but everybody knows, guys. Just, you know, this is the beauty of YouTube and the internet, is there's so much transparency now with what's been going on, how we've been lied to, and we know you're feeding the Yowie sweet potatoes and then catching them. So given that there are so many out there, you'd think there'd be a bit more species. And I don't want to give any more sort of talking points, any more. I don't want the Yowie skeptics to kind of weaponize this information, but yeah, I haven't seen much feces, and it's something that you would be able to take samples of, and you don't have to sort of catch them in the act, so to speak. Like, it's hard to film a Yowie, everyone knows that. But in terms of their feces, so because I am a believer, an ardent believer of the Yowie, I guess the conclusion I come to is that they have a highly advanced toileting schedule. I would imagine they have a symbiotic relationship with the crayfish in the area. Crayfish are renowned vegetarians, and whenever someone pollutes their water with meat or feces containing lyrebird meat, they spring into action and break it down into smaller parts so it can be carried through the waterway and flushed out of their environment, so they continue being the vegetarians that they are. That's why, you know, you put a bit of old meat in a stocking when you want to catch some crayfish, because they spring into action and try and break it all down. So I assume that the Yowies would have to go down to the creeks that still have a healthy crayfish